Hi everyone, I'm Margarita Muradova, a personal stylist and fashion consultant from Kyiv, Ukraine. And in today's video, we're actually going to talk about a very hot topic, which is a very requested topic as well. And it is a petite girl's guide to dressing well, or at least to dressing yourself properly, because there's so many intricate small things you need to know in order to create a better proportion for a petite girl versus the usual height girl, because most of the things that we wear and we buy are actually catered, or at least they're sewn or they're created for a medium height girl, which is basically 170 centimeters, 175 centimeters, which is not a model height, but the average height they go for. So that's the main problem. The thing is, it's not something that's wrong with petite girls, obviously. I'm also kind of a petite girl in terms of I'm not 170, I'm 164 centimeters. And the problem is not actually with petite girls, the problem is with clothing manufacturing, which is geared towards the bigger population, and that's 170, 175. So the reason being that the things you buy actually do not fit you really well and end up basically swallowing you because of the amount of basically material that it has. And it's not supposed to have it because for example, your height is 150, 160, whatever. These tips and tricks are something that is going to create a better proportion and better look for your outfit. So the first thing is, and everything is always written down, so if I'm looking somewhere, it's always because I'm having a list somewhere behind the camera. And the first thing is tailor everything to you. So the moment you buy something conventional, so the moment you go to mass market, even luxury market actually, always make sure to tailor those things to your height and your personal proportions. Find a good tailor that is going to work for you, that is going to fit things for your body type, and the way things need to be fitting you properly. Always make sure to fit pants and trousers and jeans because of the length and also the amount of volume of material that it has. The next thing I'd go definitely for is actually blazers, because oversized blazers tend to get too oversized and too long for a petite girl, so always tailor them as well. Make sure you tailor your coats, your skirts in order for them to finish off at the better place and mark on your body in order to create a better proportion and look for your body. Because for example, if you're going for a knee-length skirt, the usual girl's knee-length skirt is going to end up being the below the knee-length skirt for you, which is not the best and not the most flattering type of a skirt, especially for a petite girl, because it's going to swallow your bottom half and it's going to make you look shorter, it's going to make you look kind of stompier. So you always need to have your personal tailor or an atelier you can go to and tailor things for your body. The next thing is definitely balance out the oversized things, for example, an oversized blazer, oversized sweater, whatever, with something either body hugging or at least straight. So for example, if you're going for an oversized blazer, you don't necessarily have to wear a skinny jean, but what I suggest going for is a straight jean. So something that is not going to swallow you up basically on the bottom half, and that's going to balance out the oversizedness of your top half. Therefore, it's going to create a better proportion for your body. Obviously, you can always say there's also twin sisters and they're wearing everything oversized, and that's true as well, but that's what they're going for. They want to be swallowed with this clothing and look like something is totally not their size, so that's what they're going for. If that's not necessarily something you're going for, always make sure to balance out those proportions. And for example, if you're wearing an oversized pant, always make sure you have something kind of figure hugging or at least straight up top. So for example, a straighter shirt, a body hugging turtleneck, etc., etc. So something is going to mark your actual body outlines in order to create a better proportion actually. The next thing is a platform shoe is your best friend. A platform shoe, not actually a heel, because those are not really necessarily very comfortable, but you can always go for a heel. But I actually go for a platform. Those are much more comfortable. Those can be worn every day, and those are an amazing way to actually balance out proportions or of something that you're wearing on the bottom. So for example, if you're wearing, let's say, like an oversized pant, I'd always go for like a smaller, like at least of some form of a platform in order to balance out the volume that happens to be on your bottom half. And a platform is an amazing thing to wear with longer dresses, longer skirts, etc., to balance out your bottom half in order for a skirt or a dress not to swallow you up completely, especially if it's kind of on the oversized side. The thing I'd suggest going for actually to balance out your proportions in a look, no matter what you're wearing, is always make sure to reveal at least one of these following things. So either your collarbones or your like ankles or your wrists. So one of the thinnest part of your body, because this is going to actually mark up the actual outline of your figure, and that's going to give a hint of what your figure is underneath all those layers or oversized things. So not necessarily, you don't necessarily need to like reveal all of them or wear everything that's very revealing, but just go for something that's going to have like a deeper V-neck or a shorter sleeve or a shorter length pant or whatever, and that's going to show your body more, and that's going to show your actual proportion, and that's going to flatter you much more. And one last advice that I'm going to give you, and the reason I'm having these advices are not so like, there's not so many advices that I can give at the moment for petite girls, is because those are kind of more common advices, because the other advices that could be given are not necessarily something that could be geared towards or would work for everyone. And these specific advices are actually very like foolproof and safe, so they could definitely work for each and every petite girl. And you don't necessarily have to follow them all. So if you are willing to be swallowed by your clothing, it's totally fine. But if you are the one who ends up being kind of confused by the usual clothing and this ends up being a problem, this is the advice for you as well. Always go for a monochromatic look or a two-piece suit or two-piece set that's going to give you a longer line and a longer, more elongated silhouette, and it's going to balance out your proportions and your height. So this could be, for example, a knit two-piece set composing out of like a cardigan and then a maxi skirt, for example, and those two would be beige. And this could be a two-piece suit. So for example, this could be a pair of pants, tailored pants, and a tailored or an oversized blazer. This could be a pink shirt and a pink skirt. So all of the things that could create basically visually a longer line with color or with same material or whatever, same print, that's going to elongate your body naturally. So you can always go, for example, in terms of inspiration, I'd suggest going for an account of a stylist from New York, an amazing friend of ours. Her name is Adele Becker, and she's a petite girl, and the way she styles herself, you can definitely see a lot of those monochromatic looks in her clothing because they're so amazing and so versatile. You can also see she's wearing a lot of platforms because they give this height and not necessarily, they're not uncomfortable, and they also balance out the proportions. So in terms of inspiration, I would definitely go there to look for some things that would be fitting for a petite girl. And this is it for this video. Let me know in the comments below maybe something that you're concerned about in being a petite girl, or something that maybe is your tried and true hack in terms of dressing yourself being a petite girl. And this is it for this video. I'll see you in the next one, and bye.